Target, Neiman Marcus, and Michael's, all stores targeted by crooks and stealing your account information. And tonight, Call 7 investigator Kelly Raybon is tracking down a different scheme targeting bank accounts. And you might not know until it's too late, right, Kelly?
That's right. And we found people in Colorado and across the country were stunned to find money withdrawn from their accounts by a company they'd never heard of. Small amounts withdrawn, totaling up to hundreds of dollars.
The charge was for $29.35, which is really easy to overlook. I mean, that's, less than a tank of gas. It said VOIP and a lot of numbers.
It was an inconspicuous monthly charge to Melanie Baker's checking account that dates back 3 years, totaling nearly $1,000.
So I Googled the number. The first thing that comes up is these blog sites, scam reports, and tons, probably hundreds of people that have had the exact same amount of money taken out of their account.
People across the country, like Pennsylvania resident Tina Bertram.
I'm being charged $29.35 for a service I never even ordered.
Her elderly mother was a victim too.
That was over $200 and some, but that did not include the overdraft fees that the bank charged my mother.
Both Baker and Bertram spent weeks trying to figure out who was charging them. So we tracked those charges to this Wyoming business, Cheyenne Network Telecom.
Have you ever signed up for anything with Cheyenne Network Telecommunications?
Absolutely never.
A company claiming to provide unlimited long-distance phone service.
We don't even have a home phone. We have cell phones.
If I put a series of very small charges on your account, it's likely going to take, 2 years, a couple of years before you notice that this was coming off, and then you can't trace back to who it was.
Charles Tyndall, a certified ethical hacker, says anyone could fall victim to a scheme like this.
I had to bet, I'd say the majority of them got their information stolen from somewhere.
And with just a few pieces of personal information, a lot of damage can be done.
Think of all the places where you've put your account and routing information, direct deposit items, information that gets left in various different places.
Our investigation found Wyoming may be fertile ground for these types of businesses. The law allows them to incorporate anonymously as long as they have a registered agent in the state.
So it's there to protect the business owner, but it does leave the door wide open for consumer fraud.
This means anyone can hire a third party to start a business on their behalf, keeping the real owner's identity a secret. The Call 7 investigators went to Cheyenne Network Telecom's address in Wyoming.
I'm looking for suite 833.
We are a registered agent service, virtual office.
But all we found was a woman hired to accept the company's mail.
Do you know anything about the people who hired you?
Of course. But I can't give that information.
They wouldn't tell us anything, and neither would the Wyoming Attorney General's office, even refusing to say how many complaints it's received about the company. So we kept digging. Tyndall helped us find out who's behind the website, revealing connections to a web developer in Quebec, Canada.
Either he was the web developer and just built it, even in that case, he knows the guys who are running it and who paid him. Or he's the mastermind behind it all.
Daniel DeCendez says he doesn't know who paid him to create the website because he only communicated with them via email. The person behind that email address told us they've never heard of the company.
I don't believe it is a company. I just believe they're just out there taking innocent people's money.
It's not a victimless crime. I mean, I'm a checking account number to them, but they stole $1,000 from us. And that's huge.
Despite filing complaints with local and federal law enforcement, victims are left with more questions than answers. There's little chance Baker will ever find out who really took her money. And she says Wyoming should tighten up its loose laws to protect consumers, not just companies.
We can't catch them. We can't find them. We don't know who they are because they allow that to happen. They allow them to stay anonymous.
This may not be an isolated scheme. According to state records, we found that one address we visited in Cheyenne is home to nearly 7,000 other businesses. Now, if you discover a suspicious charge, file a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission and the Attorney General of the state where the business is located. I'm Call 7 investigator Kelly Raybon.